All right, good morning, guys. We opened inside of yesterday's range. So when that happens, two targets are created. At least two targets are created. First is the high of yesterday, and the second is the low of yesterday. But also the close and the open are targets. The market wants to see what's at these different levels. Right. So what kind of bar was yesterday? Well, it was a slightly bearish bar. It was a bit of a bear doji, and we can see that this is how it looked on the daily chart. So it's not really a strong buy or a sell signal compared to something like Friday, which was a bull bar closing near its high, or or like this day, which was a bear bar strongly closing on its low. So when you see that, then the high of like a bar like this is more likely to be, you're likely to find buyers above that. Versus a bar like this, more likely to find someone reversing it. So is this a good bar to buy above? Is Monday bar a good bar to buy above? Probably not. It's a, I mean, it's a bear doji and it's at a double top. Probably not too many people excited to buy above there. What about selling below? Well, probably not too many would. I mean, we've had 5 bars up, all the lows above the prior low, and we have this big tail on the bottom. So probably not too excited to be selling below either. Probably more of a trading range expected. I think I think we this is a day where we can have strong moves but not very good follow through. I made a video yesterday reviewing yesterday. No Birkin. I made a video yesterday reviewing Monday. I thought it was a decent video. Just kind of going over what happened that day and what were some of the ways to trade it. Bitcoin's not been doing too well. I think it got below 92,000. I expect there to be buyers as it falls. Maybe around here, maybe around 85,000, and then we'll probably go back up to 100,000. I don't expect that we'll just fall down for several months or years here. It's trying to get two consecutive bull bars. Look what happened yesterday though. Two strong consecutive bull bars, and it ended up just basically reversing down for the next 3 hours. Something I noticed already. This bar, these first two bars are smaller than the first two bars yesterday. So the range we're gonna have is probably gonna be smaller today, especially with this opening within yesterday range. Probably not gonna have just the total range of today is not going to be as big as yesterday, most likely. So yesterday's range was almost 60 points. Maybe today's range might only be something like 40 points. So bull bar, and then you get this bear reversal bar. Me, market wants to test the close of yesterday and the high of yesterday. And it's probably going to do both. So it's going to try to do one and then it's going to go to the other. So these are people are taking their swing trades above like a bull bars like this and below bars like this. So I'm expecting a two-sided nature to today's market. I think they want to test multiple levels. Like if they come down to the close of yesterday, they might be satisfied there. Might need to go lower. But that's really what they're wanting to see is where are the buyers and sellers. So it's going to probe up and down to figure that out, which means there should be sideways selling, sideways market or a two-sided market. That's really what I would call it, a two-sided market. Because I don't expect us to go sideways like this. I expect it to be something more like this, where we're trying to see what's up here, and then we're trying to see what's down here, and it just keeps happening like that. I think the market might be interested in yesterday's low. They want to see is this the start of a double top and move down, or are there actually going to be buyers below this bar here? So I think how I would look at trading today is as the market goes down, I'd like to see it go too far and show signs of that, and then try to get a buy signal entry down here, or same thing on the way up. I'd like to see it go up, but then be unable to actually get up above yesterday's high and actually fail to go above yesterday's high. But let's not forget, all-time highs right above, so and the market will be interested in getting there, or at least getting near it. So the last few days, so starting on Thursday last week, every day has had the strong moves on the open be reversed. So any consecutive bars like this have been reversed, or 3 bars down, there were buyers there that's going in lower and were able to make money. And then buyers here, or sellers here, made money. 3 strong bars up, people could sell for a scalp, made it. Sell for a scalp again and made it. People were buying down here, made money. That's been the case the last few days. Market's trying to create a double bottom here for a swing up. And I think it's a reasonable spot for a swing up. I mean, I wouldn't. We've just had so many reversals lately on the open. If this all was lower, like if the moving average was coming right up against it here, I think that'd be better. If the moving average is more like coming up through here like this, or is double bottoming at the moving average, I think that'd be better. Bitcoin has seen a bit of a strong leg up here in the last few minutes since we've been talking. Unfortunately, we're below the 200 moving average, so it's probably going to be held below that. This is Forex Factory, so we're not expecting any news today. Tomorrow there's some at 10, and nothing really the rest of the week. So just a little bit of news tomorrow at 10. That'll be all for the week. So bears are trying to set up a second entry short. So if it does close it near this low, it'll be a second entry short. and we're also on this segment to buy. So we have both sides that are actually going to be in a swing trade. So I think this further speaks to, I'm expecting a two-sided market. One of these swing trades is going to work out, and it's probably not going to continue. It's probably going to reverse back and test the other side. So let's say we go down here. We probably won't go down the whole day. We'll probably just test the close, or maybe try to get down to yesterday's low, then try to reverse up. So the market's wanting to break out of here. It's just waiting on one of these swing trades to work. So market's moving up. First entry short. This would be a second entry short if it triggers. So it would be a swing short below that. And to me, that's what the traders are doing right now. They're taking like the buy above this and the short below this, betting on a swing trade. They figure they can probably get at least an hour or two of one direction. So the short's been triggered. So now we have bulls that are on a swing trade up with their stop here. Then we have bears on a swing trade short with their stop here. So both bulls and bears are on a swing trade right now. So 10 o'clock, saw a little bit of a spike there. It almost acted like there was news, uh, but there's no news scheduled today at 10. So oh no, I got that wrong. There is a this is the news that just came out. Um, so the actual is pretty much exactly the same as the forecasted. So I mean that shouldn't really lead to anything substantial, but even though that's pretty much exactly what was forecasted, there's always still a spike in volatility. And the FOMC meeting minutes is at 2. So here's the odds for the next FOMC meeting. Uh, Most likely it's going to be a 25-point decrease, but there's a chance we're going to stay unchanged. So if there's no change, that would be bearish for the market. Well, 25-point decrease is what would be expected. Although, I mean, if we do decrease, that'd still be bullish, but no change would be, I think it'd be more bearish than this would be bullish. This purple line is the a 50-point decrease. So just just about a month ago, they were expecting a 50-point. There was a good chance of a 50-point decrease, but that's fallen off now. Look at this on the tick chart. 13 points down in just maybe a few seconds. That's a very large bar on the tick chart. That's the largest bar we're going to find for a while on the tick chart. So big bear doji bar. I think bulls that have bought up here above any of these bull bars, I think they're going to be fine on making money. So as the market goes down, there's probably going to be scaling bulls buying, and then the market will rally back up, at least for them to be able to get out break even. So say they bought this second entry, the market comes down here and gives them a buy side up here, should be able to get out at least break even. Bitcoin's coming up against that 200 moving average. Hoping to see a breakout above that and more move up. So far we've had two lower lows here. This is lower than the first bar, and this is lower than this bar. And we've had one lower high. So it has to be just slightly more bearish. You'd possibly argue we're seeing a wedge pattern here. This first push is this little tail, and then this second push, and then this is the third push. This is often why I just wait to really start trading until after 10 or 10:30, because all the open is doing most of the time is just finding this direction. The open, it's like a kid is trying to figure out what it's going to be, and uh, then like the middle of the day and the end of the day is more like someone that's more grown up, and they really know who they are. That's kind of like the trading day. Like, you know, right here, it doesn't know what it's doing yet. Yesterday, 2 bars up, then a big sell off that went sideways for a bit. This day, 3 strong bars up, looks like it's going higher, ended up just being a trading range. Uh, I would rather just trade like between 11 and 2, and that's where all the like that all the good like either reversal or continuation trades are, because you can see what kind of day it is. You can see, is it being a trading range day, or is the market heading up? Is it trending up like this? You just have already the information. Like this is kind of like where we're at right now today. We have this sideways market, versus if you just look at it at 11, then you would know, okay, yeah, breakout, we're bullish, and then you can look for like buy setups. Diego, I'm doing pretty good. Good to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. So what I was saying earlier is I believe the market is going to try to test what the market has to test. It has the high of yesterday, and it has the close of yesterday. We've just about tested the close of yesterday. I think it probably needs more to really consider it to be a test. I was thinking today we'll have two-sided trading. So that doesn't mean sideways trading. That means two-sided trading. So I expect us to have moves down to the close of yesterday, or maybe the low of yesterday, but also attempts up to like the high of yesterday. And you can see so far we actually tested the open of yesterday. So when you open inside of the range, like here, the market kind of wants to test these different levels. So it kind of goes one way for a bit, and then it goes the other way to test the other side. I've not taken any trades today. I try to avoid trades on the open. You can see like if you had bought here, you know, double bottom, second entry long. If you bought here, you would have been stopped out, or if you sold here, you would have been having to sit through this right now. This is potentially double bottom here with a buy signal above this. So this would be a second entry long, first entry, and second entry coming off of double bottom on the moving average. So some people will take that. If I was going to take that, I'd be going for a swing. I'd probably at least that. I'd probably be trying to go for more to yesterday's high or the all-time high. I think people that are taking this swing by, they're betting that this is the low of the day. Diego, what about you? Have you taken any trades today? If you'd like, you could post it in. If you'd like, you could post it in this. Let's post your trade section. I'd be interested in seeing what you did. Looper was looking for any RSS feeds for news anybody knows about. Off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to give him an answer. Oh, hand cakes was in the stream yesterday, talking about the dog. I saw they joined here. So the market's trying to find a direction. It's not going to spend too much time in here. It's either going to break out below or it's going to break out above. All right, so you already took two trades, one Nasdaq and the Dow. Good for the rest of the day. Okay, that's good. So what kind of trade do you take on the open? Do you have kind of a system where you take the same thing every day, like some sort of like opening range breakout, or what's your plan on the open? So the market's trying to move lower to test the close of yesterday. Strong bear bar, not as strong as it could be because it didn't close below this low. So it makes me a little bit suspicious of this move down. It really didn't even get all the way to the close of yesterday. It came down within one tick, and that could be enough to consider a test. But it just, since it didn't actually push through it and then it didn't close below this low, I think makes me suspicious of the bears. What the bulls might try to do is have a wedge set up here. So three pushes down, and then they try to create a good buy signal bar here, and try to get a swing up from that. You like to trade the failed at the market opening. Does that mean something kind of like this, where market opened, it tried to go up, and then it couldn't? Like it failed to go higher, and then the bears made money. Is that kind of what you mean? Okay. Yeah, I mean that sounds good to do. I mean, mark it so often reverses on the open like that. So I'm interested in taking a swing by here above this because of this wedge, or possibly gonna reverse up. This bar can't get too big though. It's tough to buy here as well because what I'm betting on is that this is basically the first swing trade of the day that's going to work. You know, bulls buying here or here or here have all had pretty bad follow through. You know, it's been really hard for bulls to make money so far today. So if I'm taking this, I'd be betting that it's kind of a low probability bet because I'm basically be betting this is the first bar that will make money. But if it doesn't close near its high, then it's not even worth considering. So bulls are going to get this big tail on top. Not a good buy above that. Probably more sellers above it. Tick chart's pretty much been sideways. So market's still trying to figure out the direction. So if we look at where the market opened today, it's really hung out around the open a lot so far. I'll draw that on there. So that's the open. Look how many times it was testing it here. One, a couple times here, a couple times here, a third time here. When you see that, that often means the open will remain an important price for us today. So even if it sells off way down here, good chance it'll try to come back up and test that open of the day. Yeah, so that's good. Looking for pullbacks in a trend. Yeah, that's probably one of the best things you can do. Yeah, I mean, step one, identify the trend, and then step two is look for those entries. So that's really good. That's what you're. I'm in agreement. That's what you should be trying to do. So the bull's trying to create a buy setup here, a swing buy. To me, it looks like a reasonable swing buy. We have a wedge pattern. The trouble is now this bar is getting too big for me to want to be buying above. Especially with a little bit of a tail on top. So I think the wedge is good. I think it's kind of a good looking double bottom at the close of yesterday, but this bar just got too big. So that's what a swing buy would look like above that. I mean, that's probably okay to do. Swing trades are never going to look perfect. Once again, my concern is that this would be the first time that the Bulls have made money today. Every other time they've it's been sold off. So it's been difficult for the Bulls to make money, and it's kind of like over here. Yeah, maybe we had some good buy setups, but they really weren't making any money the whole day. If it does start going up, we have the high of yesterday and the all-time high. So those are two good targets above for it. Let's see, Bitcoin rallied pretty strongly up to that 200 moving average and then bounced off of it. I think my mindset in trading is I'd rather just wait until it's clear to me what's happening. And this is not clear what's happening. Neither side is really, like we have, like we're still on this swing short here. If you held your stop up here, you'd still be short. But you really don't know. We really don't know yet. There's not really a direction. So not what the Bulls wanted. They did not want a bear bar as big as its body. So far today, the bears are who have had all of the lower lows and lower highs. Each of these are lower lows, and these are lower highs. So the Bulls are trying to make an attempt to create the low of the day here, but so far they just keep getting lower lows. I'll be back in 5 minutes. So Diego, so what do I like to trade? Well, my main thing is this E-mini. This is what I look at every day. Uh, I'll occasionally take a trade on gold. In one of the live streams, I think it was like maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, we actually had a trade in gold and on the E-mini going at the same time. No, dog. We had a trade in gold and on the E-mini going at the same time, and that was fun. You can see I also have like oil, soybean, the euro dollar future. So I just kind of pan back and forth and look at those, and occasionally there's a setup there. My number one is E-mini, second is gold, third is the oil. Outside of that, I'll do occasionally I'll do an option trade on something. So if I see a good setup on a stock, then instead of just buying stock, I'll buy I'll buy a call or calls. And I'll just hold it for a few hours or a day, so that the theta and other Greeks don't impact me. What are you barking, dog? Got Penelope for a couple more days. All right, go. So lots of overlapping bars. I do suspect that we'll have a breakout here soon. To me, it's just not fun to be the first one to take the risk of a breakout working. So I think this is a reasonable buy here. It's a double bottom. It's following this wedge bottom. You can look at it as a secondary short here and here. So it is a swing buy above this. I think that's reasonable to take. I just don't like being the first. But if I'm buying there, that's 2 times my risk. So you can really go, I think, for even more, because you have the high of yesterday it wants to get to, and the all-time high wants to see what's there. So I do think this is probably the most reasonable swing trade for the bulls today. So it's a swing buy for the bulls. They want to test at least the high of today, and then also the high of yesterday. But I don't want us to forget how important the open of today is. When you see it testing it so many times like it has today, it's going to remain important. So even if it goes up here, later in the day, it'll often make an attempt back down. And by knowing that creates trade opportunities. This isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but this is something similar. Open of the day, tested it a couple times here, tested it again here and here. So then when you're getting far away from it, then you have a possible sell signal. Well, that open is a target that you can sell down, hoping that it'll get down to it. This also isn't quite what I'm looking for, but it's something similar. You have the open, market tested it here, pull back, try to test it here again, and then later in the day, there's a possible chance that you could sell bet and it'll come back down to the open, which it did. And I think studying the days that have happened recently will be really important. So this is an example. The market opened here, and several times in the first couple hours it tested that opening price. Tested it here. Then what did you get later in the day? Later in the day, it came back and came down and tested it here. So it's important to study. I mean, any day is important to study, but it's important to study, especially like the last week, the bars from the last month or so, because those bars, the bars from the recent days, the traders are trading those. So you have real people that are trading the market a certain way, and you have the computers, the algorithms that are trading the market a certain way. And it takes time for them to adjust. So they're going to keep trading the market a certain way until the people go in and adjust the algorithms, or until the human traders change the way they're trading. So it takes some time to adjust. So the most recent days are very relevant to see how to trade, because the same people are trading it. Diego, where are you? Are you in the United States or are you in somewhere else? I noticed you said you were trading the London session. Oh, South America. What country? Oh, you said Brazil, right? Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. You're from Brazil. So bulls buying above here. Great looking entry bar for them. So great follow through bar. That's really exactly what they wanted to see, was a nice strong bar closing near its high. So there are buys above this bar. Probably a decent amount of buyers of this close. So even if the market sells off here, I think people that bought this will be able to at least avoid a loss. They'll be able to scale in lower. kind of like the people that bought these closes were able to buy more lower, and it might be why we're getting so much selling here, because the market came up to these closes here where people that bought here bought more lower, and now they're getting out with a profit on their second trade. So that might be why there's so much selling come off of this. So after two good bull bars, this bear bar is not that strong relative to these. It has this big tail on the bottom. Probably buyers below this. But you can see, I mean, where did this tail come down to? It came right back down to the open. So, just further proves my point, where further enhances my belief that this open will be important the rest of the day. So someone that had bought below that low, they would have been able to make 2 points already. I think if I was scalping in this, I'd try to be going for 5 points. So basically, I'd be buying, trying to go all the way back up here. And if you had done that today, well, you would have made quite a lot of points already. Some days are like this, where if you just reverse every bar and go for 5 points, I mean, you can make 30 points by 11 o'clock or earlier than that. Because pretty much each of these bars would have given you 5 points, and you wouldn't have had much resistance. The bulls that had bought here or about this close, they don't have a reason to get out yet. The Bears have not given a significant enough setup for the Bulls to think it's unreasonable to hold long with a stop here or here. So this is a first century. This is a high one. So strong bull close, pull back, first entry along here. Diego, hope you have a good day. I'll be off of here at 11 at 11 o'clock. Do you often get up early like that and trade the London session? Uh, do you normally get up pretty early and do that? You don't trade it anymore. Yeah, it's interesting though, getting up early like that, and having your whole day. You can trade the London and then do like the open of the then open of the U.S. session. It'd be interesting to just have it all done that early. Yeah, I bet. What the bulls would like on this bar is for this to close above these highs here. Looks like it's not going to do that though. So so it increases the chance we have more sideways now. New York and Asian session. Okay. All right, that's all I've got today. Uh, thank you for thank you for watching. If I get any good trades, I'll post that and let you guys know. All right, see you.